everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking today. We're going to be making some homemade sloppy joes, okay? So let's get busy. First of all, I'm going to turn my pan on. I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil, not much, just maybe a tablespoon. Then I'm going to put in 1.5 pounds. You can use 1 pound if you want to, but ours is a little bit more. I'm putting in 1.5 pounds of our meat that we have here on the farm. It's our cattle. But you can use 1 pound. I added a little bit extra to this so that let's get this frying real good. Before we do that, I'm going to put a little salt and a little pepper. Maybe half teaspoon. Maybe about a teaspoon of that, and let's get it going. Okay, we've got our ground hamburger all fried up. I'm going to grab a spatula and I'm going to put that in a different bowl just for a few minutes while I do a couple of other things. Then I'm going to put, got my hamburger right there, put it back on, lift my heat up just a little bit more, put just a dab of olive oil. Then I have 1.5 cups of, 1.5 cups, ooh, my juice is coming out, of chopped green and red bell pepper and onion. You can if you just have green bell pepper, you can just use green. If you just have red, you can have red. We're going to saute this a little bit. Let me grab my old recipe here so I don't forget nothing. Let's saute this a little bit. We'll be right back. Okay, I've fried my onions to their translucent. I even toasted them a little bit. Turn my eye down on low. I'm going to put my hamburger meat back in there. And I'm going to add 1 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. 1 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. Pop has been excited all day to think he's going to get some sloppy joes for supper. Now remember, you can make this with 1 pound of ground hamburger, but ours is a little more because we told them to, at the processing center, to do 1 pound, of bags of our hamburger meat. But I think he got a little happy-handed. Some of them have two pounds in them, and some of them have 1.5 pounds. This one is 1.5 pounds. Now I've got this on the lowest setting. I'm going to put in about a brown sugar. And then I'm going to put in a little Worcestershire sauce, or Wish Your Sister, or Wash Your Sister, or whatever. I'm going to put in maybe 2 tablespoons. And I'm going to put in about, let's see, let me grab a, we'll get everything out of here. Let's see, there's 1 heaping tablespoon. That's about maybe 2 tablespoons, heaping tablespoons of, sorry about hitting the side of my pan. You want to get every little bit out of there, you know, you're paying for it. Okay, I might use that little jar for something. Lord, I'm like my mother. Mama used to save. She saved every Cool Whip or container or anything that she bought that had anything like that. She'd say, oh, I can put something in it. And she would put stuff in the freezer in those, you know. She didn't believe in wasting, and she's the one taught me not to waste, honey. Okay, now I'm going to put some, I'm going to put about, I love this stuff, and I've had it for a long time and never used it, and I'm not getting any money for this. If they see this video, send me some of this free product, and I'll use it. This is Southern Boys seasoning. This is the all-purpose Cajun seasoning. I'm going to put about 1/2 teaspoon of that, and I'm going to put, and if you don't have it, don't worry. You can use just regular seasoning salt. And I'm going to put 1/2 teaspoon of Lowry's seasoning salt. So if you don't, say I don't have the Cajun, then, and I'm a taster. You all know I'm a taster. I will taste of it and see if there's something else I need. I'm going to put a little mustard, dry mustard. I'm going to put about 1/2 teaspoon of dry mustard. Let's see. I'm going to stir this really good with a spoon. I can stir just a little bit better with a spoon. Put a little bit more of the Southern Boys in here. I'm going to put a teaspoon, so that made 1.5 teaspoons. And we'll see, maybe just a little bit more. I'm going to put a little bit more salt. A little bit more pepper. We like to taste our seasoning in it. We don't like bland things. And about 1/2 teaspoon more of Lowry's. That made, I'm going to have to go back and watch the video. You know, when I get to adding spices, sometimes I forget. I'll have to go back and watch the video to tell you all. That's definitely got some kick. That little bit of Cajun taste is just got a kick. I hope. Well, let me see what I need to do. I was going to tell you, I added another half a cup, not fourth, listen to me. I added another fourth a cup of brown sugar. Offset that hot taste. Oh, I had a little bit too much of a kick. So I'm going to cut this open. This is a loaf of French bread. Cut this open. And I'm going to sort of press this down a little bit. I'm only going to do one because when Pop comes in from the farm, I want his to be really hot. So, and he's going to come in a little bit later. So I'm going to go ahead and put him on the big one. And I could do his later, but I'm going to press that down. Then I'm going to take my mixture, put it on some French bread. See, this will be enough for 2 meals. Then I have some, got dishes behind me, needs to be done. Then I have some just fresh grated. Hang on just a second, I'm coming. Some fresh grated, Lord of mercy. Fresh grated Kobe Jack. Oh, my mind. I'm gonna put a little Kobe Jack on there. Then I'm gonna put just a little bit of mozzarella. I didn't have time to melt it. Got a mess here. I'm going to put it in a 400-degree oven for about 10 minutes just to let that cheese melt and that bread toast just a little bit. And we will be back. Let's get this in the oven, 400 degrees. I'm going to leave it in about 10 minutes. We'll watch it real close. We'll be back. Okay, here we go. Let's hold it up there. Looky there. The bread's a little toasted. The cheese is melted. It's going to be delicious. Pop's come in from the farm, and I'm going to give him the first. Take just a little pinch off of here. You hear that crunch? What I like. Here we go. It's good. Very good. I hope y'all get a chance to make you some. Easy dinner. And it's very good. And I hope y'all get to, like I said, get to make you some. I want y'all to know that I love you. I want you to know how much the Lord loves you. And I appreciate Him supplying what I needed to make this with. Because it all comes from God. let's keep our eyes on the sky this week. We never know when we're going to go home, do we? I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.